Alright, this is actually my second attempt of making this video because the first time I made this video, it didn't go too well. It was choppy, my commentary was all over the place because I was doing it on the spot and I actually tried playing and talking, which forced me to use my keyboard on my lap because I have no space for my microphone. It wasn't good, so I'm gonna do it again. This video is about whether people are actually playing Diablo 2, the legacy version, not the resurrected version in 2022. The answer is yes. There are actually quite a bit of people still playing, this game. I participated this ladder reset for this season, and I was actually surprised people still play this game actively. It's not the same like how it used to be, of course, but you can totally notice that there are people playing the game, and of course, the bots are still there. They're still running all the leveling games, all of that stuff. I guess that's just kind of like, a Diablo 2 thing, if we're gonna, be real about it. Since this is a Diablo 2 video, I did show my gear later on in the video if you're curious of what I'm rocking for my sorceress, but all I gotta say is I'm blessed with the items I managed to find, and the main reason why I participated this ladder season is because I wanted to bring home some of the ladder only items to my non-ladder characters, and some of these characters that I want to make require specific items I have to get in the next 6 months, or else I can't make these builds. I'm hoping I'll bring home some high-end rune words and specific uniques I'm currently chasing for, and I've been grinding real hard for it. It's gonna be tough, especially I really want to bring home an Infinity, and I'm currently halfway there, but I gotta find 2 burrs or 4 sirs, and I haven't found a single high rune yet. It's definitely gonna be a grind, but at the same time, I have gotten 2 burr runes in the span of 2 days before, so hopefully I get blessed by, like, RNGs, and maybe, like, the moment I finish this video, I'm gonna go back and start farming, and I might end up finding a burr rune, so who knows. It's been a while since I participated in a ladder reset. I'm talking like 3 years ago, and back then I didn't play it too much, so I didn't bring home too many crazy stuff for my non-ladder characters, but I'm hoping all of this will change in the next 6 months. But just in case you're wondering why people still play this game over Resurrected, I think the obvious answer is because people have invested so much time in the legacy version of the game that they don't want to throw all of their hard efforts, because I still see non-ladder players in the chat room from time with like decked out gear, and personally that's why I still play the legacy version over the Resurrected one. I've invested, so much of my time into these characters throughout the years, and the ridiculous amount of grinding I've done. I mean, I never ever traded a single item when I returned to Diablo 2, mainly because I still have terrible memories of of being a kid and getting like scammed by duped items while trading, and yeah, once that happens to you, like, you'll never forget it. And I decided to completely self-found all my gear by just playing private match alone, and it was a journey to get all the stuff that I thought I would never ever get, but I ended up getting them in the process. There's also people that probably don't have the PC to run it or the next gen consoles, which are really the definitive way to play Resurrected, because the load times on the base Xbox One / PS4, they're not great. It will definitely affect your enjoyment, and in my opinion, it's really not worth playing D2R if you still have like the base Xbox One or PS4. You have to play it on the next gen consoles, in my honest opinion. But speaking of that, I'm just happy people are still, playing this game in 2022 on both ladder and non-ladder. There's definitely a community going on, even with Resurrected being released. Since this is the older version of Diablo 2, and Diablo 2 Resurrected is basically getting future content updates and patches, I sometimes wonder if that should come towards Legacy. Could you imagine if Diablo 2 does end up getting like another Uber-styled endgame content, or perhaps an Act 6, and the only way you can play it is on the Resurrected version? I think that kind of feels wrong in a way, and not only that, Resurrected did introduce some cool new rune words, which totally has its place, and I love the new revamped dungeons they've done to the game. Like, it adds so much more life to the to Diablo 2's endgame loop, and there's a part of me that wish Legacy could get that same treatment. But at the end of the day, I know it's business. I get it. If Legacy gets the same treatment of Resurrected, nobody's going to be encouraged to buy the Resurrected version. So I guess that's kind of like the hard fact that I'm going to have to live with. Not only that, Diablo 2 Resurrected also has like great quality of life things they've done to like the legacy version. Like I really enjoyed the console game list thing they've done. I actually might eventually make a video about that more in detail later on. But there's also other things, like the fact that I don't have to worry about getting Realm down while running Travancore runs like a madman is also amazing in D2R. That's how I managed to get Rune Rich really quickly. I just ran Travancore like super hardcore. Gambling is not annoying like it used to be in D2R. Like, you just buy what is it? Like, you gamble a unique ring and you can just keep on doing it. You don't have to like constantly, go back to like the menu and all that stuff. Just stuff like that, which really does help out a lot more than you think, But with that said, there's nothing wrong with playing Diablo 2 in its 1.14 version. People are still playing it, I'm still playing it, because let's be honest here, for any diehard and enthusiastic Diablo 2 players, this is basically our home, the original version, pretty much. Not only that, Diablo 2 does got like, the legacy version of Diablo 2 does got like a mod scene going on. I'm aware of like the project Diablo 2 guys, like they recently had a ladder reset, and I kind of like watch some of like the Twitch streamers doing that things from time there, just for fun. But at the end of the day, I'm really like a vanilla like Diablo 2 kid. I just love playing like the base game. The mods are cool, if you guys are into that stuff, that's more power to you, but I just love the vanilla. I guess Legacy is going to be looked at as a time capsule for Diablo 2 when Resurrected gets more updates, and I guess we can go back and look at the changes from 1.14 to the current version of Diablo 2 for the better or worse. And yeah, I think that's kind of like the purpose of the legacy version of Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. Anyways, that's it for the video. I think I will make, a video on like my impressions on the latest Diablo 2 Resurrected event, and I'm gonna probably tackle in like the console quality of life stuff too. And yeah, thank you for watching, everyone.